Yo, 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 listen up, entrepreneurs. So, you're thinking about doing business in the UK, specifically you're an African entrepreneur with dreams bigger than a plate of jollof rice at a family reunion. That's fantastic. The UK is known for loving diversity, well, at least in their food choices. But seriously, it's a land of opportunity. However, like trying to find good pepper soup outside of Lagos, it can come with its own set of unique challenges. Now, I'm not here to sugarcoat things. The UK, much like the rest of the world, has its own set of rules, regulations, and dare I say, cultural quirks that can leave you scratching your head. Things like visas, taxes, and understanding what Brits actually mean when they say that's quite interesting can be a minefield. But fear not, my friend, because in this video we're going to break it all down, simpler than a three-step Afrobeat dance routine. Whether you're a seasoned business person or just starting out, this guide is for you. We'll give you the real on everything from navigating the legal maze to understanding the market and even how to deal with the occasional raised eyebrow when you tell people your business plan. So buckle up, grab a cup of tea, it's kind of a big deal here, and let's get you thriving in the UK. First things first, you've got to make sure you're allowed to set up shop in the UK legally. We're talking about visas, my friend. Nobody wants to be doing business from a holding cell at Heathrow. There are different types of visas for entrepreneurs, so figure out which one fits you best. It's like finding the perfect pair of shoes. It's got to be the right fit for where you're going. Next up, registering your business. Now, this might sound as exciting as watching paint dry, but trust me, it's crucial. It's like letting the UK government know you're open for business and ready to contribute to the economy. And pay your taxes. Speaking of taxes, yeah, that's a whole other kettle of fish and chips. The UK tax system can be a bit of a maze, so it's best to get acquainted with it early on, or better yet, hire an accountant. Think of it like this, getting your legal ducks in a row might seem like a hassle, but it's way easier than trying to explain to a border control officer why you're carrying a suitcase full of business plans and a dream. Just get it sorted. Your future self will thank you. Okay, let's talk about the thing that makes the business world go round, money. The good news is that the UK has a pretty decent support system for entrepreneurs, especially when it comes to funding. You've got your traditional bank loans, of course, but don't be shy about exploring other avenues like government grants and even angel investors. Now, I know what you're thinking. Trevor, angel investors, are we talking about those heavenly beings with wings? Well, not quite. Angel investors in the UK are more like those cool uncles and aunties who believe in your hustle and are willing to throw some cash your way to help you succeed. There are also organizations specifically dedicated to supporting black-owned businesses, so don't be afraid to reach out and see what's available. Remember, securing funding is like building a house. You need a solid foundation, so put together a killer business plan, practice your pitch, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. The worst that can happen is they say no and you move on to the next opportunity. This is business, not a rom-com rejection, is just part of the game. Chapter 3. Networking. It's not just for LinkedIn. Listen, I cannot stress this enough. Networking is key. And no, I'm not talking about awkwardly standing in the corner of a room, clutching a warm glass of Prosecco. I'm talking about genuinely connecting with people, building relationships, and becoming a familiar face in the UK business scene. Join industry events, attend workshops, and for goodness sake, join some relevant business groups. The UK Black Business Network is a great place to start. It's like a big old family reunion, but instead of arguing over who makes the best foo-foo, you're sharing ideas, collaborating and supporting each other's entrepreneurial journeys. Remember, in the UK, it's not always about what you know, but who you know. So get out there, shake some hands, or do the elbow bump, whatever's socially acceptable these days, and build your network. You never know where a simple conversation might lead you. Chapter 4. Mind the gap understanding the UK market. Okay, so you've got your legal ducks in a row, secured some funding, and you're out there networking like a boss. Now it's time to crack the code of the UK market. Think of it like this, you wouldn't sell winter coats in the Sahara, right? Well, you also need to make sure your product or service resonates with the British public. Do your research, understand their consumer behavior, their likes, their dislikes, and what makes them tick. The UK is a melting pot of cultures, but it still has its own unique identity. And remember, when in doubt, there's no shame in partnering with local businesses who already have a foothold in the market. Think of it like this. You bring the jollof rice recipe. They bring the knowledge of the British palate, and together you create a culinary masterpiece that everyone loves. It's a win-win. Chapter 5. Dealing with bias, because sadly it exists. Now let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the crumpet on the tea tray. The UK, like many places, can have its fair share of unconscious bias. As an African entrepreneur, you might encounter some people who have preconceived notions or stereotypes, but don't let that discourage you. Combat bias with excellence. Let your work speak for itself. Build a strong brand identity. Maintain the highest level of professionalism and always deliver on your promises. Remember, actions speak louder than words, and a proven track record of success is the best way to silence any doubter. And most importantly, don't be afraid to call out bias when you see it. Have those uncomfortable conversations, educate others, and be a part of the solution. Remember, you're not just building a business, you're building a legacy. Outro: go forth and conquer the UK market, that is. So there you have it, your crash course on thriving as an African entrepreneur in the UK. It's not always going to be easy, but trust me, the rewards are worth it. Remember, you come from a long line of resilient, resourceful, and entrepreneurial people. Tap into that spirit, believe in yourself, and don't be afraid to chase your dreams. The UK needs your talent, your passion, and your unique perspective. So go out there, make your mark, and show them what you're made of. And hey, if you ever need a bit of guidance or just someone to bounce ideas off of, remember Univaskane is here to help. We're passionate about supporting African entrepreneurs in the UK, so don't hesitate to reach out, because together we can break down barriers, shatter glass ceilings, and build businesses that thrive. Now go out there and make us proud.